We're here with Gustavus after a second round victory over Mary Hardin Baylor in the NCAA tournament. Coach, opening thoughts?
Hats off to Mary Hardin Baylor. They're a terrific group. I hadn't really poured into them until after our game last night, and their non-conference schedule was ridiculous, and that obviously set them up really well to have us on the ropes tonight. And they're a terrific team. So hats off to them, but I'm just really proud of really the poise and maturity of our guys, just to stay in it, not get too high, not get too low, especially when we got down pretty big early there in the first half.
Sure.
Coach, huge piece of this win, Obina Zura scored 0 points in the first half. Huge bench piece, probably biggest all season. Ended up scoring 15 in that second half. How big do you think that performance was in coming back from down 18?
Yeah, Olb did a great job, and I think the second half for him was really just reflective of what we talked about at halftime. Was I just didn't like the way that we played on offense in the first half. I thought we were way too passive. They're a team that really wants to play fast and aggressive, and I thought we catered too much to their style and kind of slowed down. And Olb was a big piece of that, just getting to the rim, offensive rebounds. I mean, that's what he does best. But he also hit a couple of big jump shots as well. But that's Olb. I mean, you never know if he's too high or too low. He's just always there, Mr. Nonchalant, and he's got a lot of big plays in him for sure.
Eli, first of all, heck of a game, man. Great job up there.
Appreciate it.
You had a big time first half, hitting 5 3-pointers, kind of helped keep your team in it. What was going through your head just through that first half to help keep your team in this game?
I think it just came down to stops and scoring and playing play by play. So not trying to think about the score in terms of, we're down 15, 16, whatever it was, but just trying to win a possession on defense first of all, and then go down and get a bucket and just kind of chip away at it. And it just so happened that it worked out, and we started to come back a little bit and got some momentum in the first half. And then ended up with a good start in the second half, so that helped a lot. But just one play at a time mentality is big for us.
And Andrew, you had a lot of big time points down there as well. A lot of your buckets coming from the inside, but definitely 3-point shots, a big weapon for you as well. Saw a lot of patience from you on the inside, a lot of good ball fakes, and you had a really good night from the charity stripe as well. What was kind of the team morale, would you say, to pull you guys back in that second half?
I would say really the last 3 minutes of the first half, that run gave us all confidence in the faith that we knew we could do it. And then there's a great halftime speech by JD and Vandy that really ignited us. And we came out and we got to down 1, 45-46, and it was kind of just back and forth from there until we took over. And I think we just felt more determined, and we knew if we keep playing our brand of basketball that we were going to win tonight, and that's what happened.
And one more for you, Coach. I just heard Andrew mention that locker room speech, and obviously you guys are in a similar scenario against St. John's in the MIAC championship as well, trailing by 15 at one point in that game. What is it at halftime that you guys kind of go through to help pull yourselves back in these big games?
I think in some ways it's just like you gotta just recalibrate, take a deep breath. Postseason play, sometimes you feel like you have to deviate a little bit. I think that's just human nature, and honestly we're always just trying to fight human nature. And it was just really to remind our guys who we are, what we've been doing since the end of September, what we practice. And I think that was really indicative on offense. Like, we started getting to the rim, which is our brand of basketball. Our jump shots typically come from inside out and force long rotations and all those things. We just didn't really have that in the first half. And the first half, we just had too many breakdowns defensively. And sometimes you just need that little reset just to get away for a little bit. But credit to our guys, because it's easy to be the coach in that situation and say the right things. It's a lot harder to execute it, especially when you're doing it against one of the best teams in the country for sure.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what that last 3 minutes of the first half did for you at halftime, and just in the locker room, just personally for you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really remember a whole lot. Like, I was kind of blacked out in the moment for sure. I know I might have hit a couple threes, but I think that's kind of the beauty of our team is that we have a bunch of guys that can, quote unquote, take over at any given moment. And that's just to say, like, I had a very good first half, and then I didn't shoot another three the rest of the game because that was kind of not what we needed. And we had a lot of guys working hard in the paint to get to good shots in the paint, and then obviously we shot 18 free throws and went 18 for 18 on the free throw line. So just to my point that we have a lot of guys that can kind of adjust how we're playing and do the right thing and have no problem laying back, and like for me personally, letting Miles or Quam or Obi kind of work because that's what's working for the team. So it was really cool for me personally, but I kind of knew the second half might look a little bit different with how they're guarding me, and they did guard me differently, and I'm perfectly fine with that, and it worked out for the team.
Andrew, can you talk about the role of offensive rebounding, especially in the second half? Because you guys had 18, which is kind of a ridiculous number usually.
I think our season average is 12 to 13 a game, so having that many in one half alone it's an awesome stat to have. I think that played a big role in the game because looking at the stat sheet, we only made 3 more field goals than they did, but us getting 12 more shots than them, that allows us to decipher. And when you're on defense and you have an offensive rebound, it kind of just breaks the spirit of a defense a little bit. And I think us just keep going at them and after them like that. Eventually, I think they broke down a little bit.
And I would just say, I'd just add to that, that was a big emphasis for us because they're a top 5 offensive rebounding group in the country. They average about 15 a game, 15, 16 or something like that a game. And, for us, you talked about the offensive rebounding. For us, that was huge because we didn't shoot it well in the first half. We needed every opportunity that we could get. But to limit them to 6 is it's a credit to these guys. And the whole group, we needed the whole group. We weren't the biggest team out there today, but it was a collective effort for sure.
I was a little surprised, I think it was 15 second chance points, but off those rebounds, but off the free throws were kind of added up. I think off a lot of offensive rebounding.
100%.
All right, Coach, you advanced to the Sweet 16. What are your thoughts so far on the season, and kind of looking forward to the next game?
Yeah, I mean, I said it last night. I'm just so proud of our group, our coaching staff, those 4 other guys that coach with us every day that aren't sitting in this spot. They're just as valuable and important to what we're doing every day. And so, in lots of ways, Owen, it's a blessing just to know that we got another week together, and whatever happens after that, we have to work for. But when you got a group that's this special, knowing that you got another week together it's a pretty awesome feeling for sure.
Any more questions, guys?
I might ask one more to Eli. I just heard about a special article that was written on you by the Star Tribune about kind of your time last season and the kind of explosive role that you've had in this season. Just can you talk a little bit about how special that transition has been for you and your experience from year 1 to year 4 now here at Gustavus?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a lot of fun this year. It's been a lot different. But I think what had happened previous years is we had a very good roster with some age to them, like graduating 3 fifth years and 3 seniors last year. So I was understanding of the situation, and then the whole time coming up, I knew what my senior year might look like if I did the right things and put in the work, and it kind of ended up working out great for me so far. And I think my coaches give me great opportunities, and my teammates believe in me to make shots and to shoot, and that's kind of what I bring to the table, and I think it's worked out really, really well this year. So yeah, just kind of staying the course, working hard, but then also having all the right people around you that allow you to kind of thrive at what you're good at.
All right, guys, thank you.